Hello everybody, and welcome to this video about the 550 2-week sub special. Just a little quick note here. This is well after the recording of this. I recorded this before we hit the 550 mark. Again, so this is me after saying thank you guys so much. I don't think I would have been here ever. So thank you. But the main note I wanted to make is the 452 week sub, 552 week sub special. I'm doing it now again. I do it in the video too. Is going to be taking place starting on March 22nd. That's Friday, March 22nd. And it'll be going from there for 2 weeks through the 6th, I believe, of April. So that is how we're going to be doing it this time. Oh, sorry, I was looking at something. So thank you so much for everything. Enjoy this flashback through memory lane and more details on the 452 week sub special. So thanks, enjoy. Hello everybody, and welcome to another video. I definitely did not think I'd be making this so early. And just be warned, I am making this early because I'm trying to prepare. I can guesstimate how long I think it'll take before we actually hit 550 subscribers, but I'll be putting images on screen, of course, of the actual of us actually hitting it. So the numbers you're about to see are before, but I'm recording this because I'm preparing for the 552 week sub special. And if we don't hit it for a while, I'll have the videos backlogged. And that is completely fine with me. And this video might get re-recorded, but we'll see. But as I mentioned once already, let me do that. There we go. We are here on my YouTube channel, and we're at 546 subscribers. That is insane, guys. We are, we're, what, 4 away from hitting that mark? And that's insane. I have another series that I want to do, but it's probably going to be later this year. Me and someone else started recording a series much earlier, like October, November of last year. We had to stop in December, and there have been reasons why we haven't been able to continue recording, but we will get back to it. We're almost done. I'm not going to announce it, obviously, until we are fully done, but let me check. Let me check to see how long ago it took. So this was in July. This was 8 months ago. Not even a full year. Not even a full year. And obviously this was at the end of what I'm guessing is June. So we started this in June and we finished in July 11th. So obviously we're getting close to the year mark, and it could take us till June again to reach those numbers. Four does not seem like a lot, but 4 can be a lot. But like, this is insane. So in case you don't know, what the 2-week sub special series is, this started a long time ago. How long ago? Oh boy, 3 years ago. It took me 3 years. So oh no. Hello everybody. Welcome. Go back. It took, so I'm going on 6 years. Yeah, we're going on to 6 years, and oh goodness gracious, I was spiking that a lot. I'm sorry, guys. Oh boy, I'll have to edit that out later. If I turn it down more, there we go. Then I can get closer and it's all right. But so I hit it about halfway into my, so it took me 3 years to hit 100 roughly. Because I started in 2018. Actually, that's 2022. Last updated 2022. It's all 3 years ago? Yeah. Okay, so it took me like 4 years. 3.5 probably. Because basically, I, as you can see, 150. So this all started back. I missed the 100 mark. Because I think at this point I was gaining subscribers kind of fast for the 150. And and I got here and I was like, what am I going to do? And then I was like, well, there's this fantastic series called Riddle School. And I still love Riddle School to this day. And Riddle School Transfer 2 was just recently released at that point. So this was still pretty fresh in my mind, which is why it got brought up. And the first week, so in case you don't know, the first week is all about a series that can take up about 7 videos, in which means a lot to me for one reason or another. And the second week, starting here to here, which has always been so you think it'd be 7 days, but there's always 8 videos. And I started with the first one because I'm like, I want to give you guys 7 videos, but obviously I'm gonna do Doom because Doom Maestro. Now, I obviously haven't been playing Doom on my channel, and I will say this here, it's a very weird thing. You see in my old banner, my old pick, Nancy Drew in Doom and some other these series that I have put in there. And part of that and part of the reason of that is they mean a lot to me, like Telltale and stuff like that, but they mean so much to me, I have a hard time deciding when I want to play it. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale series, I played around the release of Guardians Volume 3 on purpose, and I was able to do that um, because I knew it was the right time. And I knew that there would be no better time to release it because some of the contents of the game involving Rocket Raccoon involve some beats in the movie, kind of, and it's kind of all wrapped around similar themes, kind of. And I was like, this is it. This is my time. I want to do a bunch of these series, but I can never find the right moment, if that makes sense. But don't worry about this. If you have never seen this video, if you want to know why there's a pile of that there, if you can't tell what that is, maybe you can figure it out. You should watch it. It's very fun. But all of the second week is all games that mean something to me one way or another. When I got really bored with Hitman after playing it a lot, I did what I did there. Octodad is Octodad. I think a lot of people know who Octodad is. The Bureau XCOM Declassified was the first game I ever played during my first all-nighter. It was on a 4th of July, and I just played the entire game, and I fell in love with it. I will be getting back to that game, of course. I want to continue playing that game. I just haven't got there. Nancy Drew the Haunted Carousel. Nancy Drew appears in every single one because it means so much to me. And in this one, as you can see by it, you can accidentally burn down the hotel. They don't show much, but it's a fun little thing that you can do if you accidentally forget it. Resident Evil 7, of course, is Resident Evil 7. It's great. Halo 4, find a way. There's this area that has good NPCs, like teammate NPCs, and I found a way to just kind of casually take them all out without aggressively making them aggressive. And that's because for the longest time, Halo 4 was the only game I could play. I only had a 360, and the only game that I had was Halo 4. So that was pretty much it. Goat Simulator is Goat Simulator, and Doom is obviously very meaningful to me. Basically, Doom, when I played it, I had no idea what it was. Doom 2016 was my first game. And I was like, oh, is this on sale? Sure, I'll check it out. Why not? And then I just loved the gameplay, and it was just awesome. So, of course, it's impactful on my username there. So that is why, oh, can you see my mouse? You can't see my mouse. I kind of want my mouse. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So obviously it's impactful on my username, so that has a reason to it. No, I don't want to do that. That's weird. Sorry. We're going to go back, though, and we're going to go to the 250. Oh no, I skipped 250. That's right, I skipped 250, didn't I? Yeah. I skipped 250. So the same thing happened. I hit 150 and I hit 250 really quickly. So this was about 2 years ago. So I went from 150 to 350 a lot faster than I was expecting, and we just blew past 250. And I couldn't do a 250 subscriber special. And obviously this was like looking like this was toward the end of 2 years ago. So it must have been in January or February leading into March. It must have been March 21st, 2022. So this was probably the last week in February, which is why he's at 2 years now. Because we're about to come up on 2 years here for 2024. So we blew past it. And then now we're here, and I was like, okay, now I need to figure out another game that means everything. And I was like, Henry Stickmin just released over on Steam, and I was like, heck yeah, why don't we check it out? And we replayed through the Henry Stickmin games all the way up through completing the mission, and then it's completing the mission. Yeah, no. So completing the mission was the last one. And this was a new game that they had come out with. And these here, there were two here, one, and these were all the old ones. And these three were the new ones. Cap out that week, and then we came to the second week, which was a game each day that meant something to me. And the first one is CSI Hard Evidence. I love mystery games. You'll probably know this. I really, really do like mystery games, and there it is. CSI, which was also technically made by Telltale, and I want to play through those. I recorded a new CSI game I found that was old, CSI Miami, that I didn't know existed. So yeah, I was interested a long time ago in playing it, especially when I found out it was a Telltale game, and I just really like crime mystery games. So yeah, pretty simple on that one. Cars, just played it a lot as a kid. It was one of those games that I really liked. It actually kind of popped off in comparison, 56 views, which doesn't seem like a lot in comparison to a lot of other videos on YouTube. It's not, but for me, it is a lot. And yeah, that is what I did. And I actually did another video. I need to get back to that at some point because I wanted to complete it. Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, another fantastic game, which I actually lead into the first game in the first week. But Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons is just an amazing game. One of my favorite games of all time, especially in controller schemes. The remake just came out. I'll be playing that at some point. And I have an original playthrough of my first reaction to it, and I have a playthrough with a guest that is also doing another series with me that I mentioned. I want to put that out at some point as well. But it's just such a good game. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, just an amazing Spider-Man game. Actually has Deadpool in it as well, technically. I want to play that at some point too. Really, really good game. Nancy Drew the Silent Spy. So part of it is just this game is such a big game for me because I grew up playing these games, and this involves Nancy's mom in particular, which was a very big thing to like delve into in the game, was Nancy's mom, because they never talk about her. And on top of it, there is this secret bonus edition unlocks. You can unlock the bonus edition content in any of the games that came with a bonus edition. And nowadays, with a couple presses of a couple buttons and a couple clicks, you can change your game to be the bonus edition version if it came with a bonus edition version. And that gave you like phone charms and games on Nancy's phone and stuff like that. So that's primarily all of it, which is quite cool in my opinion. Quite cool. Um, and then the next one is Murder Soul Suspect. An amazing game as well, which I have fully released on the channel. I eventually got the original. This was actually the start of it. Um, I think I played, yeah, I played this, and then I went back and I released the entire old series. So I recorded this video, and then I released old recordings I had of Murdered Soul Suspect. Such a fun, unique game. You should go check those out if you haven't heard of them. This one obviously did not do well. No one likes Minecraft, apparently, on my channel, because that was a year ago, almost 2 years now, and no one watched Minecraft show off my Xbox worlds. Showing them off. Yep, I was showing off my Xbox worlds, which I played a lot of Minecraft. I made my own mini golf course with some help with some friends. What I did was, like, every time I took a friend to the mini golf course map, I would just say create a hole, sorry. You place it down here, whatever you want, we'll add it onto the course. And I just wanted to keep making the world a mini golf course because I like mini golf. And then the last one, which is unironically probably the most meaningful one. Doom was the most meaningful one of the previous one. This one is the most meaningful one here, which I still want to play this. And I could, of course, get a emulator and I could emulate it, but I don't really want to. For a while now, I've had a lot of stuff packed away that I can't get access to. And because of that, I can't really play this game, but Scooby-Doo First Frights is a Wii game. A Scooby-Doo Wii game. And obviously, it was the best performing video of, I think, the entire... Yeah. Because this one here, obviously, unironically, Ellie remembered that, which is a Telltale reference. That's, yeah. Is the best performing one of the Henry Stickmin videos, which I like. That one got close though, but no, that one's the best performing. This is the best performing of the entire one, and I don't blame it. It's a Wii Nancy Scooby-Doo game, sorry, which is, again, shocker, mystery game. Where you play as a Scooby-Doo gang, and you kind of have to figure out who the people are, like who the culprit is. I wanted to get through so much, and I did. I absolutely love that game, and I hope one day I will be able to do a full playthrough of it over on my channel here. Last but not least, we have the 452-week sub special, which was 8 months ago, so not even a year. And again, you can just kind of see how fast, like, I can't believe I'm even thinking about this now. It hasn't been a year since the previous one, and I'm almost at that point again where I am at that point where I have to start planning and figuring out how I'm going to handle the next subscriber special. And I know someday it'll happen. Someday I won't be able to do these specials anymore. Eventually I will run out of games that mean something to me, and I've come up with some ideas for that. I can play games I've already played on the channel in hopes that people will go back and look. Holy moly. Hold on. I'll get that in a second. But I was just looking at stuff. But I really wanted to try to pique people's interest with these series. And that's the whole point. The whole point is to, like, the whole point was to get your piqued interest into it. And I did something different with the 452-week sub special. I have a lot of moots. I'm pretty sure almost everyone knows what a moot is. If you don't know, it's a mutual, like, follower on things like Twitter, particularly Twitter. Who cares? It's not X. It's Twitter. Thank you. Twitter, Instagram, things like that. And what I did was, for the first video, for each video in the first week, I announced. I think I announced just in the first week. Once I hit the second week, I don't know. Sub special. We are on the third Reminisce week. Reminisce week. That's what I called it, right? Yeah. The whole thing was the whole thing was the 452 week sub special or the 2 week sub special, but the second week was Reminisce week, and I got that idea from Jacksepticeye, who did he used a different word, a word similar to reminisce, a better word, and he was able to. He went back through old games, and that's where he got like his 101st Happy Wheels video or something like that. Um, which he still comes back to Happy Wheels, but he's did 100 videos and he was like trying to avoid it. Um, but what I would do for here for all 7 is in front of it, I shouted out one of each of my moots. Ethan, great guy. We don't talk as much now. We talked a lot more back then. But I still stand by it. He's extremely nice. And honestly, I kind of want to go through. I kind of want to go through all of them and shout them all out again because I'm sure I'm still talking to all of these, and it's good to see. Only with 8 months passing.
Hello.
If I'm still talking to them or not. Bart, of course. Bart is amazing. I still talk to him to this day. Such a kind dude, and 99.9% of our conversations are about shows or movies and our love for them. And if not, if I haven't seen it, we talk about film. Such a really kind person, and I'm really glad that I still know him. Just pass it along. Pass it along. Mr. Longschlong and Chazzy, I announced both of them at the same time. Both amazing, amazing people. I still follow both of them on Twitter. We're not the type of people that like chat so much, but we respond to each other's, Twitter posts. Schlong a lot more than Chazzy, but they're both really, really kind people, and I found them both around the time Puss in Boots came out, The Last Wish, and started this community of really, really good people, and I was really lucky because Twitter can be such a bad place.
Hello, everybody.
This one, the autistic artist, amazing, still such an amazing guy, really kind, great guy to talk to. I mean, I can't say anything bad about him. He's amazing. Still talk to him to this day.
Hello, everybody.
Goostuck. Goostuck took a while off of Twitter, so Goostuck's been in and out, but still really, really, really nice person. Still message with him on occasion. I still appreciate knowing him.
Hello.
And then we got a couple? We got a couple people. So we got Wicked Ray and we got Colton. And Wicked Ray, still an amazing person. More rare to talk to him now, but still really, really amazing. And Colton, same thing. I don't talk to him as much, but he's really, really cool. And I appreciate him. I appreciate both of them.
Hello.
And Glorpnorp. Last but not least, Glorpnorp. I still message with Glorpnorp from occasion to occasion and respond to his, Twitter posts and whatnot. Still an amazing person, but again, would love to talk with him more than I do. But there's only so many times I'm on Twitter, but still such an amazing person. All these people I still do talk to from time to time. So, but I wanted to do that because at that point, Twitter had become, and all of those people were Twitter people. It's changed drastically in 8 months from where I message with a lot of the people. I spend a lot less time on Twitter than I did 8 months ago. But all those people really were a part of my daily messages at that point. They had become a part of my daily life. So what I wanted to do was, this series is about showing you me and about showing things that mean a lot to me. And at that point in my life, and still kind of to this day, um, a lot of those people were impacting my daily life, whether it was just showing their appreciation for my opinions on things, because a lot of times people really hate my opinions. A lot of it was just respect. Every single person on that list was extremely respectful toward me, and my opinions on movies, especially people like Schlong and Chazzy, who have their own opinions that a lot of people don't like. They also, you know, they respected my opinions. Um, and like Wicked Ray, especially Wicked Ray, was extremely respectful when it came to that. Um, and it was an amazing feeling to not have people hating on your opinions or making jokes out of your opinions because they felt it funny. Um, and it was a place where I could be me and just share what I liked. And if they didn't like that particular movie, they'd be like, "Yeah, I don't like it, but I completely respect it." Simple, but extremely appreciated. And then the first week here was split into two, well, several, but particularly two series, technically four overall, technically. And it was this Visitor series, The Visitor and The Visitor Returns, which were Flash games, and then Astro Creep, Invasion 3D, which is, so basically, that was a new one, and I didn't like, so it's similar to The Visitor, which is why I chose it, and I hadn't played that one before, but I've watched videos on The Visitor, The Visitor Returns, and Astro Creep, and Astro Creep 2, kind of. So Astro Creep Invasion is kind of Astro Creep 2, kind of. They're kind of very similar, but these are all Flash games that meant a lot to me. And then we have the Whack the series, which I was looking here and I didn't realize that The Visitor has 112 views, 94 views, 57 views. And then we go to the Whack here, Whack the Serial Killer, 182 views. Like, what? Whack the Burglars 90, Whack the Neighbor 47, Whack the Creep / Whack Your Boss, Whacking Galore. And Whack Your Boss was like the original one, you know what I mean? And that was just insane. So we go to week 2, and it looks like the lowest viewed video is Alien Isolation. That's unfortunate. I also, to be fair, it is an hour and 11-minute video. This is probably why it's the least viewed. But really, Rainbow Six Siege at an hour and 27 is more views than, not by much though. But and we are here with the next Reminisce Week. And I started it strong with Scooby-Doo Horror of the High Seas. I did which is, don't worry, the 518 views is correct. Your eyes do not fool you. It is another Flash series, which is the kind of continuation crossover into Reminisce Week, which is why I wanted it to carry over Flash-wise. And it's a mini Flash series. I did a different Scooby-Doo one before, and I love them because Scooby-Doo is mystery, and it's like my childhood. So I played it, and I ended up doing the other 3 or 4 episodes, like right after we had finished with this week. And yeah, we headed into the next one. Also, I want to make a note about the Whack, these games. I did not expect anyone to watch them, and when they came out, no one watched them. But they have gained traction since then, like a lot of traction in comparison. These were the lowest viewed videos of the series. This one kind of just, I knew this was going to be bigger. Older games on my channel just seem to flourish, except for Nancy Drew. Nancy Drew does not flourish, which is unfortunate, but I'm still going to play them because they're part of me. But older games seem to flourish. Which is also why I did Deadpool. It's an amazing game. Absolutely love it. I'll probably have Deadpool in July when Deadpool 3 comes out. I'll probably play this game fully. I'm very excited for that. But Deadpool, just played when I was younger. Such an amazing game, very fun. Nolan North is Deadpool. It's just great. And we're back toward the start this time with Nancy Drew the Shattered Medallion. And something, by the way, I never like doing is I never like having Nancy Drew at the start of it. I typically like it in the middle, so it's probably this time going to be closer toward the end of the subscriber special because we've had it like in the middle pretty much. I think we've had it here before, but we've had it in the middle. I don't like having it at the start because I want to like everyone knows Nancy Drew is going to be in there. And as much as I really appreciate Nancy Drew and I love Nancy Drew, not everyone is going to want to watch that. That's why things like this get more views, or Sniper Elite V2 get more views. But anyway, Shadow Medallion introduces not a brand new character, a character that's had cameos through notebooks and other things through a lot of the Nancy Drew games. Sunny June introduced him into the mix and introduced a very interesting character that we had never seen before, only heard of and seen through writings in games like Trail of the Twister, I believe, or um, the Mayan one, Secret of the Scarlet Hand, or I think Haunted Carousel, and a couple of others. He kind of popped up in a lot of places. Danger by Design popped up in a lot of places. So I'm sure he will show up again in future games. Jurassic Park the game. I absolutely love Jurassic Park the game. It's a Telltale game. Shocking, a Telltale game made it in here. Um, a lot of people don't know that Jurassic Park the game exists, but it does, and I really do like that. Rainbow Six Siege. I play it a lot. I like the game. It means a lot. Sniper Elite V2. Another just shooter game that means a lot to me. I unironically recorded a different game because Sniper Elite V2 was not working. And then eventually I got it working somehow. I think on 360 because the PC version, I bought the new PC version remake and it didn't work. It's since started working, but it just wasn't working. So it was kind of crazy. And then Alien Isolation, one of the best horror games that exists currently. Really, really good, really, really creepy. And I just remember playing it. Which, sorry, leads me into the last video on this list, which is something that I also started to do. And it's one of the ideas I was toying with of, well, I have the original. Now I want to see what the remake is like. I'll play the first little bit of the remake, and we'll see what comes of it. Layers of Fear 1 was such a big thing for me. I had, at the time, it was like kind of like a early access on Xbox for games. I can't remember what they called it, but I had it early. Same thing with Rocket League. I remember those side by side. I had both of those, and I was playing it, and it glitched like crazy. If I can find the video, I'll try to release it. But it was glitching, and I couldn't finish it because I was before I started YouTube in 2018. I would record series like Outlast 2 was recorded before I started YouTube. And a couple of other series, like the Guardians of the Galaxy series as well, was recorded before I started YouTube. It was the first reaction playthrough. And I was doing practice. And of course, I kept them, and I obviously have since reused some of that content because it's first reaction. Sorry. I keep yawning, but that's what happens when I do these games. But what I wanted to do was, in the future, I might do is play new versions of older games, like Brothers of Tale of Two Sons remake, because eventually I'm going to run out of games that fill the spot. You know, there's games that mean something to me, but you know, games like Scooby Doo or Nancy Drew, because eventually I'll go through all the Nancy Drew games. And obviously, at some point, it'll just be this Nancy Drew game is here because it's a Nancy Drew game. you know? And at some point, if I keep gaining subscribers at the speed I'm going, I'm not going to be able to keep up with this. Y'all are amazing and crazy. Like, you are amazing. But, you know, some of these games, like Rainbow Six Siege, it's a multiplayer game. I could make a multiplayer video on that game at any point. And, you know, I didn't even do the multiplayer portion of it. But, like, at some point, it's like, even though I really like the 452-week sub special, this feels like one of the weaker ones to me. And it's just because it feels a lot more random. Like, I put this together, obviously, myself, and I'm proud of all the choices. And I'm proud of these, and I like these. But, like, all of this from the first video to the last video feel random. They don't feel like they fit, especially when you go back and look at the previous ones. And that's because the beginning ones, I got the ones right out of the way that I knew I had stuff on. You know, and obviously these have stuff on, of course. That means something to me, but it gets harder each time to come up with games to play. And that's not because I don't have more stories, it's because you know, you play so many games, you're going to have so many stories. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? But either way, we are going to head back to the homepage. And that's also, we got a new banner and a new this. Only still 546. But like, you know, we've been through so much. It's been 3 months since SCP. Yikes. And you know, we got Wolf Among Us 2 hopefully coming out this year. And like, look, so, and like, this is the thing. People don't really, look, this has 76 views, which is impressive. People don't really know about this video. And this was back 5 years ago when Telltale was shutting down. I went through every game I owned at the time and found clips from Telltale. And this one right here, too. This one was one of the 2 very first videos I ever put out. One of the first 2 I ever did. And I actually had that one ready before. That's probably the first one that I ever got officially published. I published 2 videos on my first day. I don't think they were at the same time. I think they were separated. And I think that was the very first one. But like, I took clips and I showed my favorite, like a clip from each section. A lot of them were like in episode 1. Just happened to be, you know, a scene I really liked. Which I don't know which one it was. I think it was this one that I used. But obviously this playlist here is of all like Telltale clips. Any Telltale clips that I had fell under to this. Favorite moments, and things like that. And, you know, we have the Guardian series here, which is based off of the original videos, even though it was only 9 months ago. Boosteroid has become a part of my channel, which, don't worry, I'm going to leave myself a note tomorrow when I get home from work, if I can remember. I am going to test and see if I can get Spider-Man working again. I don't recall why, but I'm thinking it might work again. Yeah. I think it's because I got a new thing, so hopefully that'll work again and I can start recording it easier because I was having problems. And now we're here. And you know, I also did something this year that I wasn't expecting to do, which was finally I went back and I re-released I wanted to do this thing where I released Nancy Drew the White Wolf of Icicle Creek, but in the stream in separate parts, smaller parts. And I wanted to do that because I just released the whole streams. I'm not going to go through every single one. I just had these already ready. So I just edited them slightly and brought them back out. But I wanted to bring them back out and cut them up. And I finally got able to do that years later. You know, and obviously, as you can see, Nancy Drew is not a massive seller on my channel. And they're not going anywhere. Be warned of that. If that is not your style, you can avoid them, but they are not going anywhere. I want to start doing more Nancy Drew games more frequently because I'm only on like game 4 in my main series, and I want to keep going, man. You know, they mean something to me. And I started the Telltale first Telltale game came out. I have one more video to release on this, and I'm gonna be editing that soon. Um, and like look down here, I still don't understand why this has 32K views 5 years ago. That makes no sense to me. It's the highest viewed video by far, and it's Skylanders Academy Season 1, Episode 1, where I'm like talking about it with nothing on screen. I'm just talking. And I even did Episode 2. When I did Episode 2, I like split it into 2 parts and put the visuals on screen because I thought it'd be more interesting, and apparently not. So maybe I'll go back and continue doing that on Episode 3 and keep going, and I'll just commentate over it. And what I will do is I will just tell you to sync up with your own copy on Netflix. Uh, Fantastic series, by the way. And then this is obviously where I figured out the Scooby Doo things would do well, and it makes sense. This one meant a lot to me too, but I've already played it. But I remember that game I finally found. I was like, I want to play this. And movie reviews is another thing which I need to do. I'm so happy the Queen's Corgi movie review is in the top 5. It probably will change in the future. But like, y'all mean a lot to me. This channel means a lot to me. And I hope you guys know that. On that note, I want to wrap this up because I want to record one more video to start the first week of the 550 2-week sub special. And that first week is going to be one game that means a lot to me. And that typically means from the day 1 to day 7, we play through the game, and by the end of the 7 days, we have finished the game. And this one is going to be titled Pop Ho and Yo. It's more along the lines of something like Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. But on that front, it's hard hitting. It's one that I found and fell in love with. And if you want to know more about it, of course, I will share more information in the videos in which I play. But that's going to start. And if you stick around for the next set of Reminisce Week, that will happen in the second week. In case I did forget to mention this, but I do not say what game I'm playing. So each day there will be a new game, random. You don't know. Obviously, you know there's a Nancy Drew game that'll be in there. It's just what it is. It'll always be there. So you kind of have to find out by tuning in. So if you're seeing this, it's official. You guys did it. I'm at 550, and even if I start releasing this and we go under 550, it's what it is. I hit 550, I'll have a screenshot that proves it, or something on screen that proves it. And if we go back down somehow, we go back down. I mean, I'm shocked that I'm even at 546 right now. That's insane. But thank you all so much for everything. I may do more shout outs of people, my moots again on the first week. I may not. Again, some of them still being my moots, almost 8 months later, if not over that. We're almost coming up on a year. It'd probably be a year in May. It's been a year for some of them already because not Guardians, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish came out in December, and I started finding people probably in December, so it's been about a year. And some of them was Guardians, and I found them in Guardians when Guardians came out. Started finding them on Twitter because of that, and they've been impacting my life and respecting me pretty heavily, which I know it sounds weird, but it's part of the reason why I like a lot of my moots is everyone in the little tight, what I call my tight little community, like you guys, for example, um, they all respect me, and we have fun, like me and Bart talk about movies all the time. I actually find out a lot of movies are coming out because of him, which is a shocker. Um, I have never knew that there was as many announcements as there has been. Um, but like, it's not all fun, obviously. But I really appreciate everyone from my YouTube channel because there are some people who I've known longer from my YouTube channel. There are people I'm finding because I'm playing The Last of Us 2 right now on my streams, and that's insane. I found some people, and they're probably the more recent subscribers too. Um, and it's just I'm finding amazing people. That's why I love this. This is how I reach out. I want to share games that mean something to me, and that's how I'm doing it through YouTube. Um, Maybe one day, also the live streams of playing Last of Us aren't available. I private them or unlist
Hello.
them because I want them to be like I want them to be videos, not that. But anyways, despite that, I've been talking for too long. I'm gonna wrap this up. I will see you guys in the 450, 550. I keep on saying 450, 550, 2 week sub special when we hit that. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.